I got some BMW news for you guys today. Today, I'm going to be breaking down the 2022 BMW X5 ordering guides. BMW Canada just released them to me, and I'm going to break down everything I see that's different from the 2021 model onto the new 2022 X5 model. We're going to go through all three variants of the 40i, the 45e, and the M50i. Before we hop into the video, make sure you smash the like button on this video as it does help me. Consider subscribing to my channel for more BMW future news and monthly giveaways. Also, I'm going to give a quick plug to this video sponsor, parkviewbmw.com, and their online merch store, shop.parkviewbmw.com.
Parkview BMW recently released their online shop section. You can now get all the genuine BMW products you'd normally find in the dealership. You can get it online through our website, get some from the M Motorsports collection. I have a couple of these in my wardrobe. You can get some super detailed model scale cars. This one's a 2002 Homage based on the M2. You know, it's got genuine watches, sunglasses, Mont Blanc wallets, also any key tag for any BMW model. If you need to buy a gift and you have someone that loves BMW, make sure you head onto our website, use Denver BMW for 15% off all orders. We ship out worldwide. So make sure you go check it out and get yourself some genuine BMW at Parkview. We have any genuine BMW parts that you might want. Okay, now let's hop into the ordering guide. So for the X5, you're gonna have the 40i, 45e, and the M50. Nothing changed from last year. For starter production for the 2022, it's gonna start in August 2021. Okay, moving on to the first slide of the ordering guide. 40i variant stayed the exact same price. 45e variant actually got a price reduction of $4,510. The M50i stays the exact same price. All of the paint options stay the exact same options. No new colors, no takeaway of any colors, no change of price. Okay, moving on to the next slide, you'll see Vernasco Leather for the 45e column is now $1,500. Last year, this was a no-charge option. So although BMW made the X5 45e cheaper pricing, which probably happened for better marketing, now they have increased a charge on the Vernasco Leather, which was standard before. All the other options have stayed the exact change. If you want to upgrade to the visual merino leather, it's going to be $1,900 and you're going to get 5 options. Now, if you go through to the full merino leather, you're paying more money, or it's a little bit cheaper with the Excellence package. You're going to have a full choice of the ivory, white, and night blue, ivory white, coffee, black merino leather, and tartuffe brown. At the bottom, there's the new category for the leatherette being no charge. Now, on the next slide, you just have the top of the Vernasco Leather options, so just giving you everything else. So even in Vernasco Leather, you still get ivory white, Canberra beige, coffee, cognac, and black. Okay, so let's move into the premium essential changes. There is a lot of changes between last year to 2022. First thing, the 45e essential package changed by an increase of $2,500. So even though they made the base price of it cheaper, they increased the price of the package by a significant amount. And then going in, you'll notice there is a removal of some items. So universal remote control was completely removed from the package, and it's now available as a separate option. Soft closed doors were also moved into essential, and you have to go up to the premium enhanced level for soft closed doors now. And wireless charging plus the Wi-Fi hotspot were both removed. Now, while we did remove all that stuff, they actually added back in the 5DN parking assistant with surround view system that also is partnered with the BMW drive recorders, so you can record like 360 dash cams of 20 seconds before and after your accident. Both of those are new additions to the essential package. So another thing that I noticed is that there's the addition of 4HB heat comfort package front, only available in the 45e. That wasn't part of the package last year. And then the last thing I noticed was that on the 45e, it actually includes Vernasco Leather. So while there was the decrease in price and then an increase for $1,500, it does include in the Vernasco Leather. So actually the essential package kind of actually only increased $1,000 instead of $2,500 what it initially was. Very interesting how they did that. Made it a little bit more affordable if somebody wanted a complete base one, but made it more reasonable if somebody was going to get essential, they're going to want to most likely be getting Vernasco Leather instead of leatherette. Okay, let's move on to the Premium Enhanced package. Premium Enhanced is going to have everything that Essential did plus the new items. I'm going to focus only on the new items and not double up on the used items from the last package. First thing, let's talk about pricing. 40i got a price increase of $200. 45e got a price increase of $2,500. So no big difference there between last year. I mean, not like there's a big difference. There is a big difference, but just it stays on par with what the Essential was. And then the M50i stayed the exact same. Now, moving down, we have some new things added to it. So first thing added, 407 Sky Lounge Sunroof was only available in the Excellence package last year. Now it's part of the Enhanced package, which is pretty cool. We'll start seeing a lot more of those on the vehicles because Most of the ones we order in inventory are going to be enhanced package, and we're not going to be going to excellence all that often. Next thing added is the ventilated seats. This is very nice because unless you're getting the excellence package or you're going to individually add these on as a separate option, not too many X5s in the dealership would have ventilated seats, and I feel like it should be a standard on this vehicle. A lot of our customers are coming in. I had a customer today who was surprised the vehicle didn't have ventilated seats because it only had premium enhanced, and they weren't put on as an individual option, and it was an excellence package. So now a lot more of the normal X5s will have the ventilated seats when you'd expect them to have it. A couple things removed from this package was the option for rear entertainment. Before, you could choose to optionally add in rear entertainment for $19.50. Now you don't even get that part of the enhanced package. And then another thing removed is laser lights. So last year, laser lights were optionally removed from this package for $1,000. You could save $1,000. Most of the cars came in with the laser lights. So now you'll be seeing a lot more enhanced packages, but not adding in the individual laser light package. Now near the bottom for the speaker system, normally Harman Kardon would be an enhanced. We had a lot of units that got restricted at the factory and they came in with normal speakers. So for this year, they added in Bowers & Wilkins Diamond Surround System. I feel like that's a good choice because if Harman Kardon's not available, some of the units need to be ordered in with an upgraded sound system from Bowers & Wilkins. It may be overpriced, but I'd rather have an overpriced unit that does have the upgrade than an underpriced unit that just doesn't have an upgrade. So at least I can push a customer to get the car if they want an upgraded system. One last thing I did notice for premium enhanced package on the adaptive suspension or the adaptive M suspension, normally those were the only two options, and then now they've included standard suspension because they had a restriction of the air suspension at factory, so they were finding that in some cases they actually wanted to put standard suspension on the car instead of the M Sport suspension. Okay, now let's walk into premium enhanced package. First thing, prices. So each package got a decrease in price. 40i decrease in price from $3,300. It was $17,000 last year. And then the 45e decreased by $1,000 and M50 decreased by $3,500. So last year they were all $1,700 and now they've been cut down. That's a pretty good thing. Some things did get removed, like laser lights. I thought it might come back in the excellence package. That's completely removed, so now it's 100% only an individual option. So you will not be seeing as many vehicles with laser lights unless the manager orders them in or somebody specs them out with that. Excellence package also removes 5AR, 5AU, basically everything from the advanced driver's assistance package is now no longer included in the excellence package. I also noticed something funny here with the ventilated seats. You can actually choose to delete them from excellence if you want to, but if you're in enhanced, you're stuck with getting ventilated seats. And then also the wireless charging pay did not make an appearance either. It didn't just get bumped up to excellence. It's fully removed. And actually, I don't even think it's an individual option for the X5 at this current time. The last difference that I really noticed here was the fact that the Vernasco Leather dashboard is no longer a removable option. Last year, I think you could have deleted it and saved $800. This year, you're stuck with it. The next package is the off-road package. This stayed exactly the same as last year. Same price of $2,950. You get two things, the M Sport differential and the off-road package. But just like a lot of other things across BMW's lineup, you got to watch out for the little codes that are below each item. So off-road package requires ZLK requires 2VR. So you got to figure out what 2VR is and you got to make sure you have that. ZLK requires ZGT or ZGU. So that's probably enhanced or excellence package. And then everything else you got to make sure you have each thing that the package requires. Moving on to the M Sport package, it's almost identical, same pricing as last year. All the options in the inside are the same. The only thing I noticed is that there was a slight wheel change. So last year it was style 741 or code 1XN. Those were the standard rims with performance run flat tires. So a lot of the vehicles coming to the dealership were coming in with performance tires, but a lot of customers, even with M Sport, still expect to have all season. So moving to the next year, they switched over and they brought the 740 bicolor all season run flats. Those are now the standard tires, so a lot more of them are going to be coming to our dealership with the all seasons versus having the performance tires. Comfort handling package at the bottom for the X5 M50i stayed the exact same as last year. Moving on to the next page, we have the last package, the Advanced Driver's Assistance package. This stays the exact same with the $2,000. The only difference with this package is now it's 100% an individual item. Sometimes people come in and they're looking for these. We do not usually add these on to in-stock units, so the percentage of cars that have this is down to like 5% of the time. You have to most of the time place a factory order, especially if you're looking for this package and you're not willing to compromise on any other options, and you definitely have to place a factory order. And now it's not even part of the excellence package. Moving on into the individual options that you can add on. These are unique things that you won't see too often, but if you're ordering one from the factory, this is how you get to spec out and choose your car. So the first three wheel options all increase by $500 from last year. 1SF is now standard on the 40i, or was last year, but it's a $500 option now for the 45e, and the 45e has a new standard wheel. 1SM is new for the M50i. The next wheel option, 1DT, that is now part of the M Sport package, or no charge on the M50i. On the next page, for options, I noticed universal remote control has now been added $300 as an individual option. The luggage compartment package is $250 more for the 40i and 50i than it was last year. They also removed the smokers package. They removed the ventilated seat option. The reason they did this is even with the ventilated seat option, you're still required to get the comfort seats, which you have to get in an enhanced package. Now that an enhanced package has the ventilated seats, there's no need to have them as an individual option, since you would have had to get enhanced to get them, and then excellence as well. So no need to have ventilated seats as a one-off option. The last change on this page that I noticed was for the 2 wood trims that are now $250 instead of being no charge from last year. On to the last page of options, this one had quite a lot. First thing I noticed was the piano black trim increased by $100. The next individual trim also increased by $100. Laser lights, headlights are $1,500 as an individual option only, no longer part of excellence. I think they should have left them in excellence. Like if somebody orders an excellence, they expect to get laser lights as well, but it's like now it's still an individual. Bowers and Wilkins surround system. So actually this one was a cool one where now it's part of the enhanced and the excellence package, where you get it $600 cheaper than you would have last year. It only would have been a one-off option that you had to ask for from the factory. Next thing removed completely is the rear entertainment system. It was partly removed from the enhanced package and the excellence package, and now completely removed as an individual item. Wireless charging tray also removed from the packages and not an individual item whatsoever anymore. 6 UK night vision pedestrian detection used to be on there, is now no longer available on the X5. And the black grills used to only be $250 and now they are $500. The next slide, we get the remaining paints, all stayed the same, and then standard equipment. The only thing I noticed here is that the tire repair kit got removed on the M50i, which probably means that the M50i has run flats as standard versus non-run flats last year. Moving on to the next slide, the only thing I noticed on this page was the removal of the LED fog lights. Now for the last slide of standard features, one thing I did notice was the removal of gesture control, and I didn't see it in any of the packages, so I guess that's just no longer an option on the X5. Wasn't that useful, to be honest. And then the rest of the page is just going to be options of all the different rims.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you made it all the way to the end, smash that like button, as it does help me. Consider subscribing for more BMW content and those giveaways. Also, if you need to shop at Parkview or any online stuff for any genuine BMW, make sure you use Denver BMW for 15% off at shop.parkview.com. I'll see you guys next time.